Good of you to come here to tutorial mode. My name? I'm Jubei. I'm the master of Ragna's sword. I'm also known through the land as, one of the 6 heroes. It's unfortunate I do more talking here than in the game itself. But enough of that. You've come all this way. I'll be instructing you on the secret techniques of mastering Stylish type. You better keep up. With Stylish type, after you've attacked your opponent with the light, normal, heavy, or special button, and it connects, repeatedly press either the light, normal, or heavy button, and it will automatically assess the situation and determine your next action. Give it a shot.
Action! Excellent!
Furthermore, after repeatedly pressing the light button, if you repeatedly press the normal or heavy button, your combo will change. And if you press the special button during the combo, you'll perform a special attack. Try a few combinations. To execute a throw, press the normal and heavy buttons simultaneously while close to the opponent. Its range is short, but your opponent is unable to block it, so it's one way to break through their defense. On the ground, you have 2 types of throws. Throw, as well as back throw, which is performed by holding back and pressing the normal and heavy buttons simultaneously. While in midair, there's only one type of throw. All right, student, try throwing your opponent.
Action!
This'll sting!
Nice!
This'll sting! It's over! Ow! This'll hurt! Shit! This'll hurt! Shit! Eat it! Eat it! Ow! Eat it! Ow! Shit! Not bad! Chase this!
Excellent!
Throws can be done not only when the opponent is in a regular state, but also when blocking and when reeling from an attack. The only times they cannot be thrown are when knocked down on the ground, during an aerial roll, and during an emergency roll. Distortion drives can be done by pressing the light and normal buttons simultaneously, when the heat gauge at the bottom of the screen is at least 50%. You can also press any direction with the light and normal buttons simultaneously to activate them. Go ahead and try it.
Action!
Any last words? Hey! Carnage scissors!
Excellent!
The appeal of distortion drives is that they're guaranteed to deal a large amount of damage. You can even execute them in the middle of a combo by pressing the light and normal buttons at the same time. Aim for the best time to land it. With Stylish type, when not pressing any direction, Auto Guard will activate to automatically block attacks that you can block while standing on the ground, or attacks that you can bury your guard while in the air. Your opponent there will come at you with attacks. Try out the effects of Auto Guard. You won't have to do anything.
Action!
Nice. Chase this! You idiot!
Excellent.
Auto guard is certainly a convenient ability, but it won't help you guard against attacks that have to be blocked while crouching, or attacks that cannot be barrier guarded in mid-air. For attacks that have to be blocked while crouching, you have to perform a crouch block on your own by pressing diagonally down back, so be careful. For attacks that cannot be barrier guarded while in mid-air, there isn't any other way to guard against them, so you don't need to worry about them so much. If anything, I'd say you should just be careful not to jump when it seems like they might do one of those attacks. Now, I'll explain Overdrive and Break Burst. It may get somewhat long, but this is an important area, so pay close attention. Overdrive is a system that substantially enhances your drive abilities. When the Overdrive icon below the health bar is lit up, you can press the light, normal, heavy, and special buttons at the same time to activate Overdrive. It can be activated at 2 different points: when you're in a neutral state, such as while moving, and when an attack with the light, normal, or heavy button has hit or been blocked by the opponent. Remember this well. Once you activate Overdrive, the icon will change and show a time limit. The less health you have remaining, the longer this time limit will be. During this time, your drive attacks and some of your Distortion Drives will be more powerful. In contrast, Break Burst is a defensive option that will open the barrier and repel any attack. Break Burst is also activated by pressing the light, normal, heavy, and special buttons simultaneously when the Overdrive icon is lit. However, the 2 situations in which you can activate it are when you're blocking an attack or when you're being hit by an attack. In other words, you can't use Overdrive and Break Burst at the same time. Put simply, think of Overdrive as offensive and Break Burst as defensive. Thinking about when to activate each is definitely a step toward improving. Also, when you activate either of them, the Overdrive icon will no longer be lit. During this time, you will not be able to activate either Overdrive or Break Burst. While the Overdrive icon is unlit, the gauge inside of it will gradually fill up over time, like the hand of a clock. The Overdrive gauge will fill up over time, as well as when you take damage. The lower your health gauge, the higher the rate at which the gauge fills up, so that makes it extra important to hang in there when you're in a pinch. So that's pretty much it. That was a bit long. Face the opponent in front of you and try activating Overdrive and Break Burst.
Action.
Going into Overdrive! Chase this! Now! Going into Overdrive! Chase this! Chase this! You sprayer overload!
Excellent.
The timing with which you use Overdrive or Break Burst can sway a match one way or the other drastically. If you're thinking carefully about when to time their activation while you play, it'll naturally create openings for you. Train yourself well. An Astral Heat is the strongest special attack you can do that will unleash all the power you have. It's activated by pressing back and the light and normal buttons simultaneously when the conditions I'm about to explain are fulfilled. The Act 1. You only need to win one more round to win the match. 2. Your opponent's health gauge is at 35% or lower. 3. Your heat gauge is 100% full. Once these 3 conditions are met, the character portrait next to your health bar will start to flash, indicating that you can activate an Astral Heat. If an Astral Heat hits the opponent, it will finish them in one shot. Let's have you try it out right now.
Action.
I'll show you the power. Shit! Ow! Out of my way! I'll show you the power.
Nice.
Of the Azure! There is no hell, just darkness! Chase this! Chase this! Chase this! Not bad! Chase this! Get out of my way! So this'll hurt! Chase this! Get out of my way! This'll hurt! I'll show you the power
Nice.
of the Azure! There is no hell, just darkness! This can't be happening!
Lesson clear.
This concludes the tutorial for Stylish type. Don't slack off on your training to become a true warrior.
Good job completing this tutorial. I'm so thankful you listened all the way through. Next time you're looking for explanations, be sure to play the tutorial. Oh, and if you ever feel like you want to see me again, you should come play right away. Promise? Okay.